Alright, we're going to go over the T6B over the rail differences building off the T6 knowledge that you already have. This will be right before you jump in and do the interior inspection and engine start, so much of this is going to be very much the same. We'll go ahead and identify the differences between the T6A and the T6B. Right away, things are going to be very much the same. Check the forms out, make sure the tail number is the same. Forms are no different than you're already familiar with, so we'll speed through this. Alright, when you jump on the wing, everything is going to be pretty much the same as far as making sure the seats are safe, pins are in, and everything is pretty much set up off, ready for you to jump in. So you'll do your ISS Solo 2 safe seats check, just like we just did. The difference is coming up, you're going to put in the brick, is what we call it, the cartridge, into the rear cockpit. You'll notice the numbers are right side facing towards you, so that's the way that the brick goes into the cartridge. And if you missed it, there's a little twist knob here that you're going to go ahead and rotate and unlock and open up that dust cover so that you can put the cartridge in. Once the cartridge goes in and clicks, go ahead and shut that dust cover and then rotate this knob just to the right to lock it in. Just like that. So now you should see this white line horizontal. After that, the flow is going to be very much the same as you used to. Go ahead and give a once over. Make sure that the circuit breakers that you can see are in. It's the cleanest view that you're going to get right before you go ahead and start putting your leg straps over and the oxygen hose over everything. So a quick look just to make sure that the circuit breakers are in, off, we are flaps up, all the switches are off and where they should be. And then check the PCL. It'd be very much the same. PCL clear, clear, my PCL checks. After you're done with that, the first thing that I do is I take the gust lock off and then I go right for the aux bat and I turn that on. So this is going to be very different than what you're used to. So I go gust lock off, aux bat, and then I'm going to turn on the standby VHF and you're going to see this flow here. To turn on the standby VHF, you're just going to click this one time. It's the knob on the left. Go ahead and push that straight down. You're going to see that this is going to come up pretty quickly. This checks, you're going to see that there's this frequency inside there. After that, it checks good. If it doesn't light up, this doesn't check. But it's going to be the gust lock, aux bat, turn it on, and then power this thing up. While you're doing that, the standby attitude is going to be powered up as well. That takes a little bit more time. This checks. Now to shut this off, go ahead and hold this for about 3 seconds. You'll see a little countdown timer here. Once that's done, it'll go black. Then the standby VHF is off. VHF checks good. Go ahead and remove the HUD cover. Throw it in the rear baggage compartment. And now why the standby attitude indicator is going to be up here, you'll see this in a minute. While that's booting up, you'll go ahead and make your nest. Obviously you're missing a leg strap here, it's just underneath the seat, but just go ahead and get your flow. Go through your normal habit patterns as far as the seat belt, as far as adjusting your seat, putting your pubs where you need to, getting your helmet set. All this part's going to be very standard, very much what you're used to. You notice a little bit of a difference here is you have the HUD right where you maybe normally would put your helmet. So if you're looking for a place to put your helmet, kind of on the right side, don't put it on the glass of the canopy, but the right side right here on the rail works pretty nice. Continue to make your nest just like you used to. And now you're ready for the big call out. Big call out's going to be very much the same, except for you don't have that caged and locked call. So you're going to want to say that pretty much every time you jump into the B. But here, obviously, there's no standbys to cage and lock. Your standby is in the upper right, and you'll see that here in a minute. So we got 2 pins in, off, down, and then you'll see we'll come up in flow. We'll look for normal, normal, just like you normally do. Normal, normal. We got blower and checking the O-bogs one more time. Blower and O-bogs off. Check the seat. Check the CFIS wire over here. Look at the circuit breakers. Circuit breakers check. So 2 pins in, off, down, normal, normal, blower and O-bogs off, good seat, CFIS, circuit breakers check. Now you're ready to test the aux bat. Just like the A model, you're going to have your Fire 1, Fire 2 switch. It's going to be located in the same spot. Go ahead and pull to Fire 1. You should see the top half of the fires light up. And your call and response is Fire 1. You get the same from the rear cockpit. And then you'll check your backup flight instruments, your BFI. So Fire 1, BFI checks. As long as you see that the BFI is lit up, you might not get the horizon, but this is a good BFI check with the aux bat on. So Fire 1, BFI checks, or good BFI, clear the prop area, and now with the aux bat on, you're going to turn the battery on as well, and then the aux bat's coming off. So you're not really going to interrupt power to the jet, which is very different from the A model. So Fire 1, BFI checks, clear prop, battery on, aux bat off. Just like the A model now, you're going to check the aux bat peanut light, but obviously in a little bit of a different order. With the aux bat off, you're going to come in and check this. And just like the A, you might not get the light to light up on the first try. So go ahead and give it another try. And there it lights up. About 3 to 5 seconds is a good test. If it doesn't light up, let maintenance know. They'll have to swap out the aux bat. Now you're going to call out aux bat checks after that peanut light check is done. With the main battery on, you expect the right MFD to power up. There it is. Now you're going to check your gas, so it'll give you an actual reading to the pound. So no more guesswork and trying to add up 2 halves of your gas tank. It'll just give you a total. So look at your bags of gas. Then you're going to look at your temps, your IOAT, to make sure you're not going to have to motor, and then you're going to make sure that you've got good volts so that you can start the aircraft either on battery or with ground power. All the limits as far as the volts to start on battery or ground power are going to be the same. So 23.5 and then 22 to not hook up ground power. But you're going to check that right here. So gas, temps, volts. Your pumps are already good. You make sure that your seat is where you want it. You already adjusted that. Seat pub's good. And then you're going to check your FDR light as normal. Seat pub's good. FDR light's out. And then you're going to go ahead and turn everything off. Double check to make sure that aux bat is off again, and now you're ready to do the walk around.